Scott, and I'm happy to be here to share some exciting resources that I think will be helpful to you in your ministry. More about this a little later. Yes, I have 4 products, resources that I think you might be interested in. Resources that are adaptable, affordable, and very useful in sharing the good news in the areas of ministry with the people that you serve. Now, for those of you out there who have access to Christian radio stations or radio stations that provide some Christian radio programs, I have 2 very excellent tools from a company called Galcom. Galcom is from Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, produces different resources for this kind of environment. This is called the Impacts. This is called the Compass. Both of these items are radio receivers and audio players. And they're both solar powered. You can see here. The necklace here is actually an antenna. This is great to use for walking, riding a bike. I do it many times in order to receive their radio. Let's see what I can do here. Turn this one on, the Impacts.
In standard version.
But we don't know his identity. There are many people in the Bible named Alexander. In fact, in the first chapter of Timothy, there's a fellow in the 20th verse by the name of Alexander, but these cannot be the same people.
Now, this radio station you're listening to is situated roughly 90 kilometers from where I am right here. So these radio receivers are very good at picking up stations. Now, the distance may vary according to the terrain that you have. If you have mountains and hills, then of course it would be reduced. But still, pretty good for a little item like this. This receiver and also the Compass have a 4 gigabyte internal memory for which to put audio resources. Now, here we have
The Holy Bible, the New American Standard Version, the Old Testament, the book of Genesis, chapter 1.
Here we have the
In
Bible in
beginning,
English.
God created the
And here we have it in Spanish, just with a touch of a button. And you can see here by the arrow keys that you can maneuver through these audio resources, the Bible, by chapter, by by book, and by several books at a time to get where you want to go. Now, both the Compass and the Impacts have a pause button. This pause button does 2 things. Number one, obviously it pauses and stops and you can continue from where you left off. It also acts as a bookmark in that when you turn this off and turn it back on, it will continue from where the spot was where you paused. So you don't have to go and find where you left off. The Impacts their storage space is 2 AA rechargeable batteries situated down here. And they can be replaced. There's 2 screws here to remove and replace the batteries. Non-rechargeable batteries can also be used when these ones give out. And if no other batteries are available and the ones you have given up, you can use the solar panel where both the Impacts and the Compass. Just set this out in the sunlight, turn it on, and you can listen to the radio, or you can listen to your auto resource directly from sunlight and the solar panel. Now, this is a fixed tuned radio, meaning that it will be fixed tuned to whatever Christian radio station or station with Christian programs that you want the people that you're serving to listen to. And it's fixed in that it's permanent. It cannot be changed. People can't go changing all the to other stations. will listen to only the one that you yourself would like them to listen to. It makes it very handy so that if they lose, they can't lose the station and try to find it again. And then, of course, with the audio resource, the Bibles, other resources that you might put on here, they can listen to those outside of listening to the radio. So this is great for areas where people do not have access to a radio or a Bible in their own language, or they're unable to read, and so they can listen to the Bible. These are great. The Impact is rated at 40 hours of on per charge of radio listening. The Compass has a larger solar panel and a larger capacity battery in here. It's called a lithium ferrium phosphate battery. I call it LifePo 4. And it'll take a larger charge, so it will last even more hours on a single charge. And these are good for a few thousand charges. And beyond that, you have the solar panel you can use directly if you don't have those batteries available. Two great resources. And Galcom has resources in 600 to 700 different languages and dialects available for download onto those units. Now, Galcom is also the Canadian distributor for a company called Megavoice, and they produce similar types of items. This one here, which you just heard earlier, is called the Envoy 2 Elite. It's a series of different audio players that are available. And I like this one the best because of all the features it has. First of all, it has the recording feature, which you heard my voice on here. Simple and easy to use. You can put on messages, greetings, music onto that using the recording device. It's also a flashlight. The bottom here, and 3 different brightness settings. Come in handy on a dark night. All 3 of these items also have a earbud jack or earphone jack, okay? And the Envoy 2 Elite, you can see here, also has a mini SD port so that you can actually put in which has right now a mini SD card to provide more capacity for resources. This has an 8 gigabyte internal memory. And you can have upwards of 32 gigabytes if you felt you needed it. Unfortunately, I don't think you're going to need that much. On this unit here, I have 17 different resources in 17 different languages and dialects, making a capacity storage space of 13 gigabytes. I don't think you're going to need that much information and resources on here, but it's there if you need it. Unfortunately, with this unit, it will not play directly off the solar panel if the batteries no longer work. So you can keep that in mind. They're all water resistant. So you get a little water, don't worry, they're not waterproof. They're solid state, which means no moving parts, makes them more durable. Keep the dust-wise to keep them covered up or put in some containers so to keep the dust out. There is some resistance, but you don't want to take chances if you want to keep this player going for a long, long time. Now, coupled with this player, Megavoice also has an external speaker. This external speaker is a pouch, which zippers up, and inside you have the workings of it. You have the main section here, which has the switches for turning it on, turning on the speaker. It has a blue light here, which tells you how charged it is. It's also solar powered rather. There's a solar panel here, so it continued to be charged up for a few thousand charges. Built in is a jack that you can plug your Envoy 2 Elite into, like so. On the other side are 2 elastic straps that you can slip the player into. And the volume control is the player's volume control. The speaker does not have its own. And let's see what we can do here.
Kitabu cha Mwanzo Mwanzo sura ya kwanza. Hapo mwanzo Mungu aliziumba mbingu na nchi, nayo nchi ilikuwa ukiwa tena utupu, na giza lilikuwa juu ya uso wa vilindi vya maji.
So there we have
Mungu
a speaker
ikatulia juu ya uso wa maji.
to increase the capacity for a larger audience to hear what's on the player.
Mungu akaiona nuru
Now,
ya kuwa ni njema.
a really
Mungu akatenga
amazing feature for this speaker is not only is it a speaker, it's also a charging unit. Charge your cell phone. Okay, here you have your USB port, and with the speaker comes this cord, for which you will then plug into the USB port, and on the other end are some contact ends for plugging into your iPhone, your Android, maybe even your tablet. You can charge them up with the speaker using sunlight. Great place for where electricity is unavailable, and with as long as you have sunlight, you have a charging source for your phone or tablet. Great features for this. So there you have those 4 resources. 2 resources great for those of you who have Christian radio stations or radio programs in the area and you want people to listen to. Audio players to be able to listen to by the Bibles or other resources. One thing I didn't mention with the MegaVoice, their database has over 17 or around 17,000 resources in over 6,500 languages and dialects. So most likely any language and dialect that you are working with, you're going to find in that database. And to just show you how to find out that information that you need, let's go to the Galcom website. This is galcom.org. This is their homepage. And up here under ministry tools, you can find all the different tools that they have and resources. There's the compass, there's the impacts. You want to start your own radio station, guess what? They have resources available for that, both a mobile and a fixed tune broadcasting station. Check it out, look at the features, go to each of them. You can find more details about the products that I just shared, those ministry tools. If you have any questions, just go up to the contact here and you can send them a message and they'll be happy to answer any questions you have with their products and the MegaVoice products. Now let's go to MegaVoice. Here's megavoice.com. Okay. And what I have here is on their homepage, you'll see audio content. And what it is their search engine to find the particular languages and dialects that you work with, and to find out, number 1, if they have it, and number 2, if they do, what resources are available. Okay, so I just set this up here. You click by the filter to be by language. I find that the quickest. You put in the first letter in English of the language or dialect that you are seeking. Then you click on whichever letter of the alphabet. Then you click on the language and it'll show you all the different languages in that letter of the alphabet. And I've chosen Paraguayan Guarani, which is a tribal language in Paraguay. I click all content. And when I do that, I find there are 3 titles available, 3 resources in Guarani. One is a full Bible, one is a New Testament, and one is the story of Jesus. You'll see down here, there is a play sample, about a 30-second recording that you can listen to ahead of time. And if you like those resources, there's a reference number at the top, and you would give Galcom those reference numbers to be sure those are the reference resources that you want downloaded onto your units. And it's very easy to travel and navigate to find those languages and dialects. Huge database, and they're always increasing it every year. So there you have the two websites that you can go and check out, and then find all the information you need. Now you say, I'm interested in it, but I have two questions. First question is, how much do these cost? Can I afford them? Well, let me tell you, I believe you can. These two Galcom ministry tools, the Compass and the Impacts. Now I'm going to quote you prices in Canadian dollars, 35. This actually is not available yet. It's still in its testing stage, but hopefully by the end of the year, it'll be available and probably between $35 and $40. Again, Canadian dollars. The Envoy 2 Elite, $35. Your speaker, $25. So remember, US dollars, you're going to get 25 to 30% less, whatever the currency value rate is. But that's not the best deal. With Galcom, we have a partnership or an agreement wherein if you buy 20 or more units of any of these, of the three tuners and audio players, the three that I mentioned, you get them for half price. You order only 20 units or more. So it's like paying for 10 and getting 10 for free. The speaker is not part of the discount, but for $25 Canadian, it's a great deal. That's a speaker and a charger. Excellent, excellent. Okay, so you say, okay, I like it. I like one of those products or more. I can afford it. How do I get them? Well, you come and talk to me. Contact me, send me an email, and I will set you on the path to ordering, paying for, and having delivered to you wherever you are, whatever you order. And they'll ship almost anywhere in the world. It's a great opportunity to be able to get hold of some resources and tools that can help to expand your ministry and make them more effective. To go into areas where people can hear the word of God, hear programs and other resources that are available from Galcom and Mega Voice, Jesus Film, Bible Stories for Children, even a mini Bible college course in many of those languages and dialects are available. Check it out. And I hope to hear from some of you soon as to how you can get your hands on these resources to help you. Take care and God bless.